¿Dónde está Grange Primary School? Oh dear, I think I'm lost. I'm looking for Year 5 at Grange Primary because I'm really missing all those smiley faces I would normally see on a Friday morning. But it looks like I'm stuck here in Peru, in South America. Pretty amazing place though. Maybe if I look a bit harder, I might track down Year 5. Oh, this looks colourful. But now, this still doesn't look like Grange Primary. This looks like La Boca in Buenos Aires, in Argentina. Another Spanish-speaking country, but still quite far away from Year 5. Ah, looks like I'm in the right hemisphere now. This is the Alhambra Palace in Granada in Spain. It's absolutely stunning and has Islamic origins. Okay, so let's see if I can continue my journey in the northern hemisphere, heading north. Ah, Barcelona, with the amazing Sagrada Familia Cathedral, the famous football ground, the Nou Camp. So I'm getting closer. Let's see, fingers crossed. Ah, there they are, those smiley faces. Buenas tardes, año 5. Good afternoon, Year 5. I really hope you're okay. And I hope some of you got to see in a special shout out video examples of some amazing work I've had in from Year 5, and I've had in a few more since then. So well done again to Dua, Race, Alex, Mardi, Mario, Anastasia. Also had some from Diana and another piece from Anastasia, which is just beautiful. She has kept a clothes diary. So if any of you have that and you've done that but you've just forgotten to send it to me, please send it. Hi Year 5, I really hope that you're all doing well and keeping safe. Today is such a beautiful day, so I thought I would start our Spanish lesson in my garden. And what you will need for this lesson is the following. You will need un lápiz, a pencil, un boli or un bolígrafo, a pen, una regla, a ruler, y unas hojas de papel. Now it's a good idea, you will need a plain sheet of paper and you will also need some lined paper too. Also, unos rotuladores, some felt tip pens or some colouring pencils, lápices de color. And finally, you will need some smaller pieces of paper. So if you've got some post-it notes, but if not, don't worry, just cut up some larger sheets into 6 small sheets of paper about this size. Okay, so pause the video here, and if you haven't got any of those things, go and get them now, and I'll see you back in a minute. Muy bien, well done. Okay, welcome back. So in the last lesson, we learned a new skill, and we learned about verb conjugation. Can you remember what the verb was? Excelente. It was llevar, the Spanish verb to wear. So for example, I might say hoy, today, llevo una camiseta y unas gafas de sol. What have I said there? Excelente. Today I am wearing a t-shirt and some sunglasses. Okay, let's go. So, hoy es viernes el 15 de mayo 2020. ¿Puedes repetir? Can you repeat the date? Excelente. So we're going to keep going with the work that we did on the verb llevar, but add something a little extra to it to add even more detail to up-level our sentences a bit further. So our learning intention is to use expressions of frequency to add detail. And your success criteria, you are going to create either a verb flower or a verb spider for the verb llevar to help you remember how it works. We'll be looking at adverbs of frequency in English and in Spanish so that you can add that to your sentences. And the extension challenge is about applying the rules of the verb conjugation to another verb. So pause the video on your lined piece of paper, copy down the date and the li. Muy bien. Llevar, the verb infinitive. Llevo, I wear. Llevas, you singular wear. Lleva, he, she or it wears. Llevamos, we wear. Lleváis, you plural wear. Llevan, they wear. And there you go. Okay, so your first challenge today is to create your own verb flower or verb spider. And this is a nice creative task, but the point of it is to help you remember those verb endings. So what I want you to do is decide which one you'd prefer to make. Either one is fine. It doesn't have to be as big as mine. And I want you first of all to draw the outline of either your spider or either your flower, and make sure that if it's a flower that it has 6 petals at least, and if it's a spider it should have at least 6 legs, ideally 8 legs. What you need to do is put the verb stem in the middle, so that is the letters double L E V, because that happens when we've taken off the AR. It's the bit that we're left with. So on the flower you can actually draw that in the stem, and in the spider you can draw that in the middle of the body. Then it says step 3, write an ending in Spanish in each segment. So in each part of the flower or the spider you write the verb endings that I've shown in red, the Spanish verb endings. I've gone clockwise in both of mine because that helps me to remember them. And then it says number 4, add in the English pronouns. So they're the words I, you singular, he, she or it, we, you plural, and they. So choose a different colour for that. And then if you would like to colour it in and make it look beautiful, that is lovely and totally fine. And then put it up somewhere at home where you can look at it daily. So pause the video here, take all the time that you need, maybe just do the outline and the writing and come back to the colouring right at the end of the video. Muy bien. Okay, so today's learning intention included adverbs of frequency. Now frequency is often represented by a wavy line, and what it means is how often something happens. Now before we go on to adverbs of frequency though, we need to make sure that we know what adverbs are, and I'm sure you do. Adverbs, remember, describe verbs. So in the example there, the superhero flies quickly, and the word quickly is the adverb. Now a lot of the time they do end in ly, but not always. Okay, have a think. Can you think of another few adverbs? Excelente. Now, adverbs of frequency tell us how regularly something happens. So there we've got lots of examples in English, and we're going to focus on 4 of them, and learn how to say them in Spanish. Okay? So we've got siempre, which means always. Say that after me. Siempre. Muy bien. Normalmente. Normally. Say that for me. Perfecto. A veces, which means sometimes. And nunca, which means never. Okay, let's say them together one more time. Siempre, normalmente, a veces, nunca. Excelente, well done. So now I've got some examples of sentences where I've combined those adverbs of frequency, putting them at the beginning of my sentence, and then the verb llevar. So, for example, siempre llevo mi reloj. Now, what does that sentence mean? Have a think. You don't have to write anything down. Just think in your mind, what does that sentence mean? Muy bien. It means always I wear my watch. What's missing from the end of that sentence? Excelente. I've forgotten to put in the full stop. Well done. Okay, next. Siempre lleva una chaqueta azul. So we've got Paddington Bear there. Again, it starts with that new word siempre, which means always. But look at the verb ending there. Why is it changed to an A? Muy bien, because I'm using the third person. I'm describing what he is wearing. So always, he wears a blue jacket. Muy bien. Here is my friend the llama. Normalmente llevo unas gafas de sol y un corbatín. Pause the video for a minute. What do you think that sentence means? Perhaps you might want to write down your answer. Fantastico. Normally, I wear sunglasses because gafas is glasses and sol is sun. And there's a new word there for a bow tie, a corbatín. Comes from the word corbata, which means a tie. And this is like a small little tie, corbatín. Excelente. Muy bien, let's move on. Normalmente llevan monos azules. So, normally, now llevan, which person is that? Which one of our verb pronouns would we use in English? Exactamente. Llevan is they wear, or they are wearing, and they're all wearing something blue. So another new word for you, monos, which means dungarees. So normally they wear blue dungarees. They do, don't they? The minions. Okay. A veces mis hermanas y yo llevamos la ropa tradicional. Now I've added a little bit in here to specify who the people are. So a veces, sometimes, mis hermanas y yo. Do you remember what an hermana is? Muy bien, a sister, and it's in the plural here. My sisters and I, y yo and I, llevamos, we wear traditional clothing. Okay, maybe you might want to pronounce that one after me. A veces, mis hermanas y yo llevamos la ropa tradicional. Perfecto, well done. Another one, and this one is actually about you, the Grange children. A veces lleváis la ropa de deporte. Sometimes you wear sports, clothes for sports, okay? PE kit. So lleváis, I've had to use the you plural there because I'm talking about more than one of you. I'm talking about a group of you. Perfecto. Now we're on to nunca, never. Nunca llevo una corbata. I never usually wear a tie. Okay, so llevo, talking about myself again, so that's why I'm using the llevo ending. Los animales nunca llevan patines. What could patines be? Have a look in the picture. Perfecto. It's the roller skates. The animals never really wear roller skates, do they? Perfecto. Muy bien. Okay, it says, Challenge 2. Translate into English. So I've written some sentences for you there. Also in the top right hand corner are those new words in case you need to refer to them. You can use your verb flower or your verb spider to help you translate the verbs in the sentences, and hopefully you will have got used to the vocabulary for the different items of clothing. If you're not quite sure, feel free to use the wordreference.com website where you can look up any vocabulary that you're not sure. So, número 1, a veces llevo una falda. Número 2, siempre lleváis jerseys azules. Número 3, normalmente lleva una corbata roja. And I'm talking about SpongeBob there, Mr. Olen's friend. And you can see something that he normally wears in those pictures. Número 4, nunca llevan unas gafas de sol. So those ones you need to translate into English. Pause the video, have a go. You don't have to write the Spanish, you can just write number 1 and what it means, and so on. Excelente. Okay, this one is a little bit harder. So challenge 3, this time you're translating into Spanish, but you've got quite a lot of the words that you need on the screen and also on your verb flower or spider. So number 1, we always wear black shoes. So remember to start the sentence with the Spanish word for always, then the we wear, and then the black shoes, unos zapatos negros, shown in the picture there. Number 2, normally I wear a white shirt. Number 3, sometimes you wear a dress. So pretend that you're talking to me, so it's you singular. Number 4, they never wear glasses. So thinking about those elephants down there, they never wear glasses. Pause the video, take your time, write down your answers in Spanish. Fantastico. And finally, I have an extension challenge. This is optional, just for children who are feeling confident with all the other work and they want to do a little bit more. It says, can you apply the verb conjugation rules to another Spanish verb ending in AR? And this is going to help us with our next week's learning, which is where we're going to use the verb necesitar to talk about the different clothes needed for different types of weather. So, here are the steps if you feel like this extra challenge. Step 1, write the verb infinitive out in large writing, like I've done in the picture. Step 2, write the different endings, verb endings, on each of your 6 small pieces of paper, also shown in the other picture. Step 3, place each ending, one by one, over the AR parts of the verb, just like I did in that little video clip of the verb llevar. That should help you complete step 4, where you've just got to copy what I've written and fill in the endings, and that you can add to your other work that you're going to take a picture of and send to me, I hope. Okay, well done Year 5. There was a lot of information in there. And just a final message and reminder, I really love receiving your work. Even if you did just one of the challenges or just the verb flower, please send me whatever you've done. I'd love to see it. Spanish@grange.harrow.sch.uk, and I hope you all stay well, stay safe, and I wish you un buen fin de semana para todos. A good weekend for all of you. Take care. Adios.